Hello everyone. Hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it is a general reading. So see which signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you a little clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, and confused about. This could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes, or change your focus to something that you were missing. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the magical messages from the fairies. Get some opening advice and wisdom on the energy going on right now. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the collective need to know right now to be helpful? Please and thank you. Oh, it's telling you to go on and express your individuality. So what makes you unique? What makes you special? What makes you tick? What makes you shine? What do you like to do? What do you like to talk about? Maybe you're actually changing something up. It could be energetically, it could be in your environment, or maybe something on you. So I don't know why I see a person wearing like all beige, but having bright red shoes. So maybe it's like one little thing, one little pop of expression that you're doing. But I'm also getting expressing what you like are into, like actually speaking about something. It has this gorgeous woman with this crazy beautiful purple dress and hat, and look at her wings. She's also holding books here, so maybe you have to do some research on something, or you're actually teaching about something that you have a lot of knowledge on. Maybe you have a real different way of presenting something. I like how this woman is actually showing her cute little stockings. Maybe that's like that little pop. Look at, she's lifting up her dress. So you can see how even her stockings are amazeballs. There's also a little dog here. The dog has wings. What? Even your little doggy has wings. So you can fly and yet you're grounded. Maybe it's getting more research on something. Don't judge a book by its cover. Maybe you have to get to the good part. I also see like a layering. So maybe there's many layers or facets to a particular person or you. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. True, you are. There's no one like you. So maybe you're starting to express those different facets about you. Maybe it's something you kind of kept to yourself, or, you know, people in your environment or people you work with didn't really know about you. Maybe you're gaining more confidence on a certain talent that you have or a certain thing that you're into. I'm kind of getting that there might be people around you that might be really into what you're talking about or interested in, but you never got that far into a conversation to know. Let's get one more message from this deck. Express your individuality. I keep hearing unique, and I keep like seeing a store. So it makes me think of like a thrift shop, but I'm also getting that maybe some of you have like a really cool idea for a store. Maybe it's really unique for your town or your neighborhood. Like there's nothing really like this there, and that could really take off. But store could also be something online. Maybe you're starting something online, an online store, but that could be to sell a product, or, I mean, there's books here. It could actually be to give a service of something that you're really good at, or you know, maybe you're a professional at something, but you can branch out and expand your customer base. But I'm getting that it's not something super normal. I'm getting it's kind of unique to you. Or it could be a normal thing, but your approach is really different. I see you standing out. Let's get another message. Debt paid off. Hey, so maybe you have a new business that's going to take off, or maybe you've been working on your finances. Something's going to come through to, I mean, she's light. Really lighten up how you feel about something, paying back credit cards, paying back a loan, getting more organized with something. Maybe you find the right advice. It says that old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you in your life. I'm also getting karma though. I know this could be finances, but I feel like it's maybe an old way of thinking, something that was outdated that you kept repeating. You're getting out of something, you are changing something, you're ending something, and it feels like a weight is off of your shoulder. It gives me a little bit of the like 10 of rods energy with this. Like thinking about something a different way, having a different solution, maybe actually getting the right kind of help. Like you just had to make a little change somewhere and it lightens everything up. Lifted from your life. You could be getting promoted or switching to another job or have something on the side. And if this isn't all right away, I feel like it is all starting to orchestrate itself to feel better. It's at the bottom. Wow, it does have new career at the bottom. All right, so it looks like we're heading towards career land and finances and such with the energy so far. So maybe some of you are actually getting a brand new job or finally elevating or getting a chance to, I just heard run the show. Maybe you're getting like, you're going to be in charge of a project or an event or something like that. Maybe you actually do something with an actual show. You coordinate something. But you could also become your own boss at something. I just heard it's time to boss up. So maybe you're taking action on something that needs to happen and not just waiting for it to fall into your lap. It says your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. So what are those ideas that are coming to you? What do you keep kind of thinking about, but maybe put on the back burner? Where can you search for the right help and advice to help you with the facets of what you want to do that you don't know about, like professionally? So let's just say you are a great teacher and you have great advice, but maybe you don't know much about websites or design or, you know, maybe how to find a property. Maybe you have to find the right real estate agent. You know, like where can you look for the right help that can make you feel more confident about the direction you want to go? Because you don't have to do it alone. And it looks like whatever direction you're moving to, you're on your way to find the right kind of helpful resources. Look at this. Look at that snowflake. So that makes me think of really positive vibrations. Pay attention to your thoughts. Make sure your thoughts are positive. You know, always thinking about, instead of focusing and digging into something that could be a problem, even if it's a problem, how do you take that problem, fix it, and let it go? It's like moving along that energy. How do you make something better or look for a solution in a different direction? Whatever is coming through, you are vibrating totally different. You are shining here. Your work is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. All right, let's get more. I don't even know what to pull now. Okay, this is cool. All right, let's go to an animal card. This is the secret languages of the animals. Let's just get one message here. Kind of bridge this off. I mean, even if this is just like some kind of debt you had, it is something that's just kind of always there. Energy is always kind of like pulling you down. So if you can find a way to get the right advice where it's just even a step-by-step process to lighten that up, it does make you feel completely different. Career. Maybe you're getting the right partner, or yeah, well, I don't know if it's like a silent partner. What is it when somebody like invests in what you're doing? I think that kind of energy. Like even if you're the one actually doing the doing, there's someone else who believes in you enough to help you. I just heard a little goes a long way. So let's get one card, get some clarity. What does the collective need to know on expressing your individuality, debt payoff, and new career? The Condor. Cycles, reflection, perspective, and release. I feel like that is kind of what I was seeing with this, with the karma. If there is an old way of thinking or an old way that you were doing something, or, I mean, that could even be anything, a partnership, an environment, a place, anything that was that energy of drain or pressure or weight is going to be changed. You're actually releasing energy that was kind of a karmic repetitive cycle. But sometimes that's just a way of thinking. A thought pattern, habits. You're about to really release something or be aware of what keeps recycling. I'm getting like old recycling. It's like something is coming, or I get like, ew, I just saw like a dirty fish tank. Like it's almost like something has a filter, but the filter isn't working, and it's just like recycling dirty water, or dust just keeps coming around. So maybe you need to clean up a situation, or your energetic change or your thoughts changing is actually creating the right filter to, I'm getting like, get rid of impurities. You just had to change your perspective, or actually make the choice to finally release something, to let something go. Because if you're holding something that is unhealthy, or, you know, not aiding in the love of who you are, or the truth in who you are, or helping with your happiness or your joy, then it is a stagnant energy that is always there, and that builds up in our energetic field. It bogs our thoughts and our decisions. So if you're getting brand new perspective, and even having self-reflection, or seeing the true reflection of what's around you and how you feel in certain environments and how your energy is there, then you're actually starting to see how something needs to be changed, which is great, because that's getting you on the right road. It's completely releasing a cycle and taking you somewhere new. It's like, kind of like, I mean, it's such a weird bird, but it's kind of like, you know, the phoenix rising. That's what I feel. The caribou. Perseverance, resourcefulness, movement, and determination. So actually, I don't know why I heard this. I mean, I see this and I just heard it ain't your first rodeo. Maybe you're an old soul. Maybe you have a lot of knowledge with something, but you have to like get back on like that young buck kind of energy. Such a weird thing to see. But it's saying you have perseverance. Keep going. You can do it. You have the right resources you need to help you out. Also being resourceful with yourself. Maybe saving something. paying attention to maybe monetary flow if you're overspending, but movement means you're either moving around in something, around and around and around, or you're moving into the right direction. But it looks like you have the determination to actually make some changes. What's at the bottom? The lotus blue butterfly. Yeah. Did I say something about the phoenix rising? Well, here you go. You are transforming, becoming lightness that's here and beauty. So this is you completely changing your energy, completely changing your perspective on something. When you have that, you know, you're crawling around, the metamorphosis, you're one being. Then you go into that weird state of transition where you don't know what is going on, what is happening, what are you becoming? You know, it's usually something very spiritual. But when you burst out with these big spiritual wings here, and all of a sudden you can fly, you see something with a different perspective. You know, it gives you new movement. You are literally almost like a completely different being. Do you want to crawl back into the cocoon where it was awkward and weird and your energy was drained and nothing felt right? Or do you want to fly and feel free? It doesn't mean that this butterfly can't land back on the ground and get the perspective of what was going on with the caterpillar, but you can have a different kind of energy to navigate that familiar landscape. I'm not exactly sure what I just said there. I hope that was helpful. But let's go to the tea leaf and get just a couple of messages. This is huge. It's like 200 cards. So let's kind of cut it in half, do a little shuffle, and then see if anything pops. Hopefully something to be helpful for you guys. Is there anything the collective needs to know on transformation, becoming, lightness, beauty, new career, perseverance, resourcefulness, expressing your individuality, being unique? Just heard be bold, be you. Any messages on this half? Let's see. If not, we'll check part 2. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, you have a fair man. Dealings or a relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. It seems so simple. So maybe there's somebody older than you. That's how you recognize someone. But I'm also not getting a complete like surface level thing with that. Maybe it's somebody who's very fair. I hear real, making fair decisions, balanced. Anything else on this half? Yeah, we got a couple. What do we have? Success is on the top. Wow, success, love, a funnel, which is a period of frustrations, but lessons to be learned. It's like the sand. You're waiting for the sand. Oh, that's kind of the impurity thing that I was seeing with the fish tank. I kind of feel like this is like something is coming down here. Something's actually being filled up, but I feel like the impurities are going to actually stay in that funnel. So if there's any kind of transition, you know, and that's you inside of that cocoon, it can be awkward, but it's going to be worth it. Even if there's a little period of frustration, you're going to have success in a situation. Maybe it's in love. I mean, we have a lot of career, but maybe love is coming as well. Or you're really loving what you're doing. You're following the truth and the love of your heart, making loving decisions. What's here? Oh my goodness. That's so weird. You also have a fair woman. I just heard say being fair. So maybe somebody who acts with integrity. This could be a couple. brother and sister. It's so weird. There's so many cards in here. So dealings or a relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So maybe that's how you notice somebody. I am not sure, but I guess those messages needed to pop out for some of you. All right, let's get some from the second half. What do we need to know on success? I put success and love together. This one says you'll have success too. What else does the collective need to know on success, love, funnel, fair man, fair woman, lotus butterfly, condor, caribou? Anything else? Yes. You have success, and you have this big V here. You have victory. It's going to be okay. You're on your way. You're on the right road. You're on the right path. You're going to receive the right help. You're going to feel good with these new wings. It's at the bottom of this one. Rainbow. So it says the most difficult part of a situation is over. The rainbow comes after the storm. I kind of want to see what's at the bottom of this one now. Hold on. Let's look. Let's look. Grasshopper. It says situations in the balance that requires careful handling. So being able to hop over hurdles. I just see the grasshopper kind of taking off, having those big legs, but also being able to blend. So careful handlings. Maybe it's how you speak, you know, how you present information. Maybe it's the same information but presented a little bit differently in different scenarios or in different relationships. Ooh, that was a lot of cards. All right, let's see. Let's go to the tarot. Let's get a couple tarot cards and then bounce around. This is the Machete Tarot. What do we need to know about? Let's ask about this success. And then we'll ask and victory. And then we'll ask about love. And then we'll ask about, you know, the funnel. It does say that we had a period of frustration, but you learned a lot. Made you change your mind about something, got you on a different path, redirected your focus and your attention, brought you strength to do something a different way. All right, what do we need to know first about victory in some endeavor and success, please? There's also a bunch of stars. And that. Whoa. One card, please. Two. I got two. You got the Queen of Swords. Wow. And the Ten of Coins. Yeah, you're going to be successful. I put this on top of expressing your individuality. And then you got this beautiful Queen of Swords. So this is you really expressing the truth of your heart, being clear with how you communicate. It's a real independent energy. She's not afraid to cut out the things that were draining her or not working, or, you know, situations she tried to help and lessons weren't being heard. You know, she leads the horse to water, but it's up to them to drink. You can't force something. So it's taking back your power, being really clear, having clear communication. She's really beautiful. I really like this picture. She's definitely expressing her individuality. Look at it, like her headpieces. So this is usually an air sign, but it actually looks like it has Virgo up here, which is kind of unusual. It's like she's beautiful, and she's also like, I'm getting a little like Uma Thurman, like a little bit of a badass. Like she could probably use that sword and be pretty good in battle if she needed to be. But she doesn't have to battle because her strength is just there. So air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, upside down, she is the harshest queen. She says words that are so hurtful. She is not tactful with how she speaks. She is too direct. She doesn't care about how her words affect others. I would say she probably burns a lot of bridges. If her energy is too harsh, she could have really helpful people around her. And she just, honestly, she just kind of pisses people off when she's upside down. They don't want to work with her again. But when she's upright, people recognize how independent she is, how beautiful she is, how she stands up for the rights of others and, you know, speaks up when other people aren't strong enough. But this energy coming through in a general reading is telling you to speak up, be clear, set your boundaries, have healthy boundaries, cut out the shit that's not working already. You know, the people that are draining you or the areas of your life that are not there for your highest good, that don't really want to help you, or they're somehow an energy is draining. She comes through to give you the strength to walk away. And she has such mental clarity on the direction that works. Not focusing on all of the problems, but using those problems to figure out solutions and make change. And it looks like it's really bringing you success. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is like your legacy. So if this has to do with, I mean, it could be love, but it could be just general advice in your life on the changes you have to make, leading to you eventually to maybe a new career or feeling new in your career. But this is long lasting. This is having full security, house, home, family, friends, cats, dogs, car, property, vacations, everything. And feeling really good that you put the right energy into something for it to grow to this potential. But with the Ten of Cups, it's teaching. It's not just acquiring things, because then it's not using those spiritual wings. And it's growth and it feels good, but it's like when it's upside down, it's like that person that works their whole life really hard to have that big house, but then there's no love in it, or there's no fun, or they don't go on any adventures or enjoy anything that they have, or they have a crappy personality and energy that nobody wants to share it with them. Upright, it's beautiful. It's having the kind of wealth where you teach others and others feel good, whether it's somebody who runs the family business, or somebody wants to go off and be an actor in another city, or someone wants to go off and travel the world, or someone's perfectly happy just taking their little camper out. Someone else is happy to be a fisherman. Doesn't matter. Whatever each individual person's dream is, it's allowing every person, if this has to do with family or friends or whatever it is, I feel like there's different people here, what is successful to them. So people feel like they're living their truth. So it's teaching what is valuable. It's recognizing how to feel good about what you had because you earned it. There's a bluebird here. All these coins are on the tree with a chain. It kind of looks like decoration. It kind of looks like they're I don't know, I wanted to say like a gong. It's cool. It's like almost like a crow, but it's blue. Don't crows like bring little gifts? Like they like shiny things, and they bring little trinkets to the people that they like. So maybe you're getting a gift or you're giving a gift, but I feel like it's something you find valuable. But that's definitely the possibility of success. But what is success to you? Does it involve happiness? Do you get to express yourself and live your truth and really feel like you're living life? Or is it getting to the end and looking back and recognizing all the stuff you acquired and you didn't get to use any of it? Or share it with the people that you really love? Or be really in the moments? Let's see. Let's get clarity on love. What's that about? What does the collective need to know about love? The King of Wands. Having confidence in what you love. Having confidence in yourself. I mean, these are big. They ain't a little page or a knight. So this King of Wands he's definitely the king that knows how to go on adventures, to experience, like I hear toys, like all the toys. He wants to have those adventures, whether it's in his mind and it's expansive, it's getting to discover new territory, new things. He has enthusiasm and excitement. He's kind of passionate and sexy, but he's fiery. He gets you revved up to try something. This is the kind of king that wakes up every day and gets to do what he loves. Upside down, he has this false sense of confidence, cockiness even. But it usually comes from something insecure or disharmony in his energy, or not really feeling good about what he's diving into. It's not really passions that he wants to continue. It's like short-lived. Or he's just overly confident and kind of pushy, pushing others to do, whatever he desires. But I mean, it's usually just a lack of confidence or a lack of happiness, lack of drive or ambition. It's like getting into something and then fizzling away. Or like, it's a king, so it could be like, I asked about love. So really wanting to experience passionate, amazing love and the adventure of a lifetime, but not confident about if it'll last or not, I guess. It's kind of what I see. So stopping it before it becomes solid. But to always have regrets on something that you never tried or never started or never followed through with. I kind of see those books, not judging a page, a book by its cover. You have to get to the juicy part of the story. Real life is going to have all kinds of different, energies and events and stuff that happens. He has a whole kingdom on his head. He also has a bunch of dragons here protecting him, and his throne is empty. So he doesn't want to sit down in that throne. He wants to be alive, floating in the adventure, in the, feeling that success. I keep hearing adventure. He has really good ideas too. Like he gets that fire in his soul and he's like, oh yeah, like that energy. Like, yeah, let's plan that. Let's do it. Let's give it a try. Let's go. Get ready. Get ready. We're going now. We're going to do it. But sometimes he has, okay, this is also a thing with this king. Sometimes he has so many ideas that he spreads himself too thin. All of his ideas are pretty amazing, but if there is one in particular that is worth a little more attention, that can build this amazing legacy and growth of a kingdom, he needs to follow through and keep that flame a burning. Keep that passion alive. keep that creativity coming through. So things are always kind of, if he needs, you know, an energy switch up, so you switch things up so it feels like new, but it's still the energy in the right place. Sometimes people are hard. At the bottom, you have the Hierophant, you know, because they're personalities. And sometimes these are people we know, but in a general reading, it's facets of you or of someone you know or of us. If these are together as one person, it's a balance between masculine and feminine. It's lighting that fire in your soul and taking action to step on the gas and have those adventures of a lifetime, but also speaking up and being clear about plans, clear in your communication. If these two are in love, or if it's about love and this is a couple, it's kind of a cool, that's kind of a cool combo. I would say this one, the feminine, like comes up with really good ideas and plans, and this one gets her out of her head to get out there and follow through with them. At the bottom is the Hierophant, so it could be a marriage. This could be writing the rules, rewriting the rules, getting communication with somebody who's really wise. But I feel like it's getting the lessons of love and of God and putting them into reality. So you live those lessons. You live that truth. You live that integrity. You don't just talk about it, learn about it, and then just act different. You believe it. It's beliefs, but this is also sometimes confession. Recognizing when you don't do something right, we're all human, and then trying to make that change and doing better the next time. But sometimes I see this upside down as the non-traditional, perhaps non-traditional relationship. Maybe you're taking some traditions or, ooh, I just lost half of the deck, some faith that you grew up with and keeping what works. But maybe there's two different ideas here. But maybe there's a blending of those energies to see what works for this couple or this partnership or this one individual together, and being adjustable. That one way is not the only way. There are many paths to God. And if it's living with truth and love, each path is blessed. Each path is good. So I feel like when that Hierophant is upside down, it's taking rules that aren't working anymore because changes happen, life happens, and rewriting the rules. What works now? Because what worked before doesn't mean it's going to always work. This could be also school, groups, any kind of place where one or two or more people have to follow some kind of rules for something to run smoothly. It's not just like a free-for-all. Everybody just do what they want. There has to be some structure, but it usually has to involve your spirit. So what fell down here? Too many cards, but these are down. These are upright. So let's take the ones upright. Justice. Oh wow, the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. So I think there's different messages here for you guys. I think for some of you, you're thinking about career and there are big changes in your life. I think for some of you, you're having definitely some self-reflection and letting things go, cutting the strings where they don't belong, you know, clearing something out in your finances or monetary. I just heard residual income. Maybe that's important. Maybe it does have to do with a property or a home, or you're buying a home, or you're looking to do so. Growing these big spiritual wings. You're on your way to success and victory. You do have double victory here. In the minor arcana, this is being noticed. This is shining your light, being successful, coming home from something that could have felt like it was a battle, but with your energy feeling like it's a rainbow, being recognized for how good of a job you did. But with this card upside down, you have to get off your high horse and recognize who helped you along the way, who helped you change spiritually, who helped you with their resources or their time or their love or their intention, who had your back, who is in your life that really wants to see you succeed, and who is reflecting that I'm getting that fish tank, just negative vibrations over and over and over. It's heading towards success and victory and shining in a different way and feeling proud about what you're achieving. Don't dim your light. This could also be, for some of you, a really successful relationship, especially if it's bringing you this ultimate security. You just feel perfectly comfortable and confident and want to share everything with the person or people you love. There's definitely a person here. Between the Hierophant, which is usually marriage, and the Two of Cups, there are two energies, masculine and feminine, coming to the table with full cups. Able to, take that back and forth energy. If you don't have enough, here you go. I'll give you some of mine. But you can't keep giving, and empty your cup and someone else is just overflowing and taking. You have to pay attention to the partnerships that are ever flowing back and forth. It doesn't have to be exactly matchy, but the energy is matched. The energy is love. This is falling in love. And it's reciprocal. We're both people just always are in love or willing to try to keep that, where's the king, that passion alive, that if there's a plateau or something, that's okay. They want to make it work. They're going to spice things up. This could be starting to date someone. It could also be a business partnership, but there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of harmonic energy. It's working in harmony. I really love the Two of Cups. And it looks like the perspective. Where did you get perspective? Here is looking through the same, filter, the same lens. I like these hands. There's a big wave as well. Riding the right wave that pushes you forward. And then you have Justice, bringing something back into balance. Actually making a decision. Sometimes this is the justice system, but it's balancing your head and your heart. Number 11. This person's head is like inside of a building. I don't know why I just thought of the way that music sounds in a church. There's a special way inside certain structures and architecture where music bounces the most perfect way and actually resonates inside your body to provide healing. So maybe music is important, or maybe it's actually your environment. If your head is an environment where it's always kind of stagnant or energetically draining somehow, it can actually affect your physical body. It can actually make you sick. But if you're in the right space, the right partnerships, the right vibration of love, you're always going to find victory. You're always going to feel like you're successful because you just get to be alive in that beautiful energy every day. You have healing, you have, I just heard insight, but you're holding this sword. So you have to speak. You have to speak from your heart, speak from your truth, speak from what's authentic to you and what you really believe. And those are the balanced decisions that will take your life on this successful victorious ×2 road, possibly to this beautiful partnership and this legacy that you're proud to leave behind. It's where you look back at your life and you say, thank goodness I didn't stay in that dirty fish tank, that I got my head straight and cut out the right things, made some changes, followed your passion, took those spiritual lessons from above into your body and into your 3D world, made the changes you need, and finally found that balance. And when you look back, you're like, wow, life was amazing. Because even when you have the hard parts, that's when we learn the most. Life is still amazing. Good, bad, ugly, all of it. So, wow, this is one of those readings where I don't even know what I said. So, I mean, you have to bring something back into balance here. You have to make a decision, or someone else is. So, what do we do? Where do we go? What's happening? Let's go to, I'm grabbing this. So I guess this is what we are doing. Sometimes I just grab the thing that's needed. So let's clarify with all of these tarot cards. With the, what is this? The Archangel Power Tarot. One card to kind of bridge all this together. Let's ask the question, what is this big transformation about? Or what is wisdom to handle this big transformation best? Please and thank you. King of Raphael, following your heart, being a little more romantic, understanding your intuition, being a masculine energy and tapping into that feminine connection to source. Warm, generous, honorable, refined. Look at this guy. Hey, look at this guy's like sitting out in the middle of a rock with his like little robe on and his trident and his crown. You do have Archangel Raphael here. So you have a healing energy coming through. When you're around the right people, you're not only in this beautiful state of healing, you actually have the vibration to heal others by just being yourself. It says yes. If you are wondering if a certain relationship or person is for you, it's telling you, yes, it's safe to trust. It's the ability to accomplish many things at once, but follow your creative. Where is it? Where is it? Passions. Follow your heart. Follow your truth. If this king is upside down, I don't know, he's a little weird upside down. He's kind of like, you don't know what's happening with his emotions. He doesn't express what he really believes. You know, he pretends he feels one way and he actually feels another way. He's uncomfortable to be around because you can feel that his energy is one way and his actions don't match. That's him upside down. You can also, like, you know, he's more like the really, really cold or really over emotional, but I feel like this king's more of a disconnect when he's upside down. He's disconnected from his truth. He's disconnected from his emotions. He's disconnected from his actions to what his heart is telling him. So he's not living his truth. So his energy is kind of funky. But upside down, he's the sexy one. Hey, he's the one you want to go on that romantic date with. Yeah, if you got the other king there, making it passionate, I feel like these could kind of go together. It's telling you to tap into your passions and your emotions, especially if you're usually all in logical land. If you're all of this and you're using no logic or clarity or communication, it's telling you be clear with all this. Balance yourself. I didn't even realize that this was here. So apparently when all those cards were the other way, we have another queen. 2 kings, 2 queens. But I feel like they're balanced. We have all of the signs here. Yeah. So if this is a partnership, maybe there's 2 different people that are really different. Look what's at the bottom. Oh my gosh. You have double Hierophant. So maybe this is leading to a marriage, or whatever I said about the Hierophant before is important. You have divine guidance in the situation, trusted. Maybe somebody else is being divinely guided towards you. But you got water, fire, air, and now apparently she snuck on in here with earth. So let's talk about her quick. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. She looks elegant and beautiful even if her clothes are simple. She can create beauty in her environment from things that no one ever thought of. She takes, I always see her as being able to go to like the thrift store, the garage, or whatever, or even the refrigerator, and take the most unusual ingredients that are sitting there and make a freaking feast. Like, how did you do that? How did you figure that out? She's very methodical, but creative, and then puts that creativity into her everyday world. She's nurturing, but she's not really lost in emotions. She's realistic. Hey, you know, you're not getting enough vitamin C, you're going to eat that orange. I can tell. You know, but upside down, she can be pushy. She can be overindulgent in material things, too worried about how she looks, too worried about what she has, too worried about what the neighbors think, too worried about everything that she needs to acquire to put on this big show so everyone believes that she has it all, and acquiring things that aren't really valuable just to kind of show it off, or acquiring things without putting that beautiful hard effort and work that she's able to do in. What is that? The kind of wife or the kind of person that like is in a situation just for money, but then there's no love. So you got all this stuff, but you don't like being there every day. You know, there is something to be said for feeling secure, but she's usually really authentic. She doesn't want to like mess around and waste her energy on something that actually doesn't matter. Why bother? She wants to put her energy in. I mean, she's a hard worker. She can run a business. You know, she can do it all. She can multitask. But it kind of looks like with all of these energies here, it's like a real good balance of everything. And then we're ending with this. Hierophant 2.0. You got double divine guidance here. A search for a meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. That would be upside down. Maybe it's not what everyone said. Maybe it's not what you were taught. Maybe you're discovering what your own truth is. Maybe you're discovering it with somebody else and it's not what you thought. Maybe it's a blend. This could be holding on to traditions, holding on to the good ones, and then making new ones. Why not make it more fun? Make something your own. Start your own tradition. It says surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Do you feel like the people around you are wise? Do they feel energetically beautiful and uplifting, elevating, supportive? Or do you need to put yourself, you know, in different friendships or in a different environment and put yourself in the possibility of discovering maybe, you know, different energies that don't have to be matchy to you. They can be from a completely different part of the world. So different you never thought you would merge with this person or blend with this person. Like they have ideas you didn't even know they were a thing. But yet if you feel the energy is right, think of all you could figure out, especially if we go back to business. Somebody has completely different way that they've grown up and what they know and what their surroundings were than yours. think of all the possibilities when you merge those two together with that Two of Cups, which I cannot find. There's so many cards today, guys. I hope whatever I said at some point, there was some nugget of wisdom for you, or some nugget of something that like a little catalyst inside of you that just takes you on your own little divine path of discovery to figure out what you're, you know, going through, or what you're going to go through, or where your energy is, or why there's something's happening, or why it needs to change, because the answer is always inside of you. These are just general readings and messages, and I can only ever pull from the database and knowledge that I got going on in there and my own personal experiences. But the right things usually come out that take you to your personal experience and the things that you remember and that guide you, because the answer is always inside of you. It's there all along. It's just if you're ready to see it and do it and feel it and know it. So this is definitely one of those readings where messages came through and I do not know what I said. So I trust that it is helpful and it gets to where it needs to be. I guess that being said, I'm going to pull one more card from the Winged Enchantment just to sum this all up. And I just want to thank all you guys for subscribing and being here with me. You know, if you ever have a video that you feel could be helpful to someone else, when you thumb something up or write a comment, I think that helps the whole algorithm thing and helps it to get out there. I don't really understand how the old YouTube works, but I just trust it gets out to where it needs to go. But I feel so much gratitude and thankfulness to all of you. Thank you. All right, let's sum this up with one more message. I don't even know what to pull here. Let's go in that Lotus, the divine guidance and this transformation, becoming, feeling light and beauty. One message for the collective, please. And thank you. Oh, wow. We got the eagle. That's a pretty big way to end. That's a powerful bird. It's a 10. So that does remind me of the Wheel of Fortune. 10 is eagle. Let's see what it says. Final words of advice. Eagle, I am eagle. The thread that binds. That's what I was saying with the divine guidance. It's the thread that binds you to spirit. You can't be lost up there in the ether and never bring those lessons down to the 3D world, because you're supposed to manifest that abundance and that happiness and that beautiful life here. And you can't be all in the 3D here and forget about your ultimate path of destiny, where God wants you to be, where your soul is yearning to be and transform to. I am the great sky dancer. I am your ascension made manifest. That's that Phoenix rising, baby. I am power and flight. I am the one that soars the highest with the least amount of effort. I am faith in that which carries me. You've been called to evolve, and I am your guide. Your soul demands growth, and I am your nourishment. I am your signal to climb higher, push harder, and then let go. What did you have with that perseverance card? Allow the final push and then float freely in the changes that are coming. So you got to push something. You got to push a little bit in the beginning towards something when it's new. You got to push a little bit away from something if it's not meant to be and you know there needs to be changes. You have to make the push for something to happen. It's not just going to lollygag into your life without any effort on your part. But once you start on that right road and you feel that elevation and you are up there and you can just carry on for those beautiful spiritual wings and that, you know, the changes that are coming, you can let go and just glide into your destiny. You may have become too rigid in your spirituality. Only one way. That's the only way. There are many people. There are many religions. There's been many thousands of years of people that have communed and talked to God. But maybe, I don't know. It's individual to everyone. But it's you talking to the divine. Clinging to the dogma can hamper inner flight. I just feel like it's like, you know, in the past, I'm getting with this Hierophant. Like, people for thousands of years were told to believe that they couldn't talk to God unless they went to the priest. And then they had to get the right, they weren't even allowed to have a Bible, or people couldn't even read. How different is it now where we can actually access so much? And use the beautiful energy of just going directly to the source. Just ask. You don't have to go through anyone else to talk to God. You are a divine being. We are made in the light of God. So enlightenment will not come to you from books or classes. It is a lifetime journey. You may not know when the next thermal is coming to lift your wings, but have faith and make that leap anyway. Break the chains. Learn to soar. Get outside of your head and fly. You are gaining altitude. You are reaching the sky. You are limitless. You are eagle. I hope what I said here was helpful. And I just feel blessed and open-hearted and open-minded and open energy to each and every one of you. Whatever your story is, whatever your path is, wherever you're coming from, wherever you're going, I just want to express how much I love you. And I hope this reading was helpful. Without a further ado, and I will see you soon.